no one saw this coming. Wesley Bryan, once known for his trick shots, humor, and charm on the golf course, just did something that shocked the entire golf world. The PGA Tour, the fans, even the media, no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. It all began late one Sunday afternoon at TPC Sawgrass, when Wesley was caught on camera having what seemed like an innocent conversation with a reporter. But that short, off-air chat quickly spiraled into a viral storm that the PGA Tour never expected. The audio leaked online, and what Wesley said in those few moments would change everything. He started calmly, saying, it's not really about golf anymore. It's about money, control, and silence. That single sentence sent shockwaves across the internet. Within hours, hashtags like "Wesley exposed PGA" and "Your golf scandal" were trending on X, formerly Twitter. People started digging. What did Wesley mean by control and silence? Well, according to insiders close to him, Wesley had been growing frustrated for months. The PGA Tour had allegedly warned him multiple times about speaking too openly on social media about the tour's management, sponsorship deals, and treatment of players outside the top 50. But Wesley wasn't one to stay quiet. In one of his older podcasts, he hinted at it, saying, "Some players get all the perks. The rest of us, we're just filling airtime." At the time, no one took it seriously. But now, after this new leak, those words suddenly felt like a hidden warning. A few hours after the leak, Wesley posted a cryptic tweet. They can hide behind their press releases, but truth always finds a way. The tweet exploded. Over 1 million impressions in under an hour. Fans began speculating that the PGA Tour had been involved in decisions that favored certain players while sidelining others, especially those who refused to play by their rules. According to an anonymous source from within the tour, Wesley was furious after being denied entry into a major event, despite having enough points to qualify. The reason? The PGA claimed media commitments and priority selections affected the final list, but Wesley believed it was personal. He had spoken out before about unfair prize distributions, saying that lower-ranked golfers were being treated like background characters. And this time, he wasn't going to let it slide. In the leaked audio, Wesley allegedly said, "They've turned golf into a brand war. If you're not part of their image, you're invisible. They don't want competition, they want control." That statement hit the PGA where it hurt. Within 24 hours, their legal team issued a public response calling the leak fabricated and misleading. But the problem was, Wesley didn't deny saying it. He went live on Instagram that night, his face calm but eyes tired. Thousands of fans flooded the stream, waiting for answers. Wesley looked into the camera and said, "I'm not here to start drama. I'm here to tell the truth. And you're all about to see what's really been going on." That's when things got even crazier. Viewers claimed they saw 2 officials from the PGA Tour commenting under fake accounts, trying to dismiss Wesley's claims. Others began posting screenshots of private DMs from people claiming to be PGA employees, threatening career consequences for players who sided with him. It was chaos. By the next morning, golf news outlets were split. Some called Wesley a hero for transparency, while others labeled him a desperate man seeking attention. But everyone agreed on one thing. Something big was happening. Behind the scenes, rumors started swirling that several other players, including names like Joel Dahman and Harry Higgs, were quietly supporting Wesley's claims. Even some caddies were hinting on Reddit that there was truth to what he's saying. The PGA, meanwhile, went into full damage control mode. They reportedly called an emergency meeting to discuss communication risks and player compliance. But the damage was already done. For the first time in years, fans began questioning the very integrity of the PGA Tour. Was it really about skill? Or was it all about image and money? As Wesley's brother, George Bryan, posted on X, "My brother doesn't lie. He's seen too much to stay quiet." That one post alone got retweeted by thousands, including several former PGA insiders. The story wasn't just a rumor anymore. It was a movement. By the end of the week, mainstream sports outlets like ESPN, Bleacher Report, and Sky Sports were all covering it. And Wesley's name was everywhere, but what came next would be far more shocking than anything so far. Because in the coming days, Wesley Bryan was about to release proof, real documents, emails, and recordings that could expose how deep the corruption truly ran. And according to a source close to him, the PGA Tour was terrified. It had been less than 48 hours since Wesley Bryan's shocking Instagram Live, and the entire golf world was holding its breath. Fans, journalists, and even rival players were glued to their phones, waiting for the proof Wesley had promised. And then, it happened. At 7:42 p.m. Eastern Time, a new post appeared on Wesley's official X Twitter account. It was simple, no caption, no emojis. Just a link to a Dropbox folder titled, "The Truth About the PGA Tour, Files They Don't Want You to See." Within minutes, the link crashed. Tens of thousands of people were trying to open it at once. Screenshots started flooding social media, and what they showed was beyond belief. Inside the folder were dozens of emails, meeting notes, and internal memos, all allegedly from high-ranking PGA Tour executives. Some of the documents even included what appeared to be sponsorship deals marked as classified and lists of players labeled Priority Image Group. One leaked memo, dated March 2023, read, "Only select players aligned with the tour's global image strategy will be promoted for sponsorship campaigns. All others will be assigned secondary broadcast exposure." That line alone sent the internet into meltdown. Was the PGA Tour really choosing which players to promote? Not based on performance, but on marketability? It didn't stop there. Another file, titled Media Risk Analysis, contained bullet points under players' names. Next to Wesley Bryan's name were the words, "Unpredictable on social media. Not suitable for corporate alignment. Avoid high-profile pairing." Fans were furious. The comment section under the leaked documents was pure chaos. One user wrote, "So they basically blacklisted Wesley because he's real? This is insane." Another said, "The PGA Tour is officially finished. This is worse than anyone thought. The hashtag PGA leaks exploded, trending #1 worldwide within hours." Meanwhile, Wesley stayed silent. He didn't tweet, didn't post, didn't speak. It was as if he dropped a bomb and walked away. But the silence didn't last long. At 9:00 p.m. that night, ESPN released a statement saying that the PGA Tour's legal department had initiated an emergency cyber investigation into the leaks, claiming that the documents were illegally obtained and doctored. Still, independent journalists were already verifying the files, and some confirmed that at least a few were authentic. That's when Wesley went live again. His face was serious. The background was dark. No fancy setup, no music, just raw truth. He started with one sentence. "They can say it's fake, but they know it's real." Then he began explaining everything. Wesley claimed that during his time on tour, he'd seen patterns, decisions that didn't make sense. Players who missed cuts were still getting media features. Others, like him, were dropped from TV coverage, even when they played well. He described how sponsors were allegedly told who to support, and that certain companies were pressured not to sign deals with players who criticized the tour. At one point, Wesley held up printed pages of the leaked emails and said, "This isn't about me. It's about the truth. If they can silence me, they can silence any player who speaks up." Fans erupted. Comments poured in faster than ever. "Wesley, you're our hero. Expose them all. This is bigger than golf." But not everyone was cheering. Within minutes of his live stream, PGA Tour representatives appeared on CNN Sports, claiming that Wesley was emotionally unstable and spreading misinformation for attention. They even hinted that Wesley's tour card could be permanently revoked. That move backfired instantly. Fans began calling the PGA's response a smear campaign. Other players started posting vague messages of support. Nothing direct, but enough to show they were standing behind Wesley. Joel Dahman tweeted, "Some of us have been quiet for too long. Respect to the ones speaking truth." Harry Higgs added, "Not surprised at all." It was clear now Wesley wasn't alone. As journalists dug deeper into the leaks, they discovered something even darker, a set of financial documents showing a discrepancy in tournament revenue reporting. According to one spreadsheet, millions of dollars from sponsor deals were categorized as media development expenses, instead of being distributed as player bonuses. If true, that meant the PGA Tour had been keeping a hidden share of the money meant for players. And suddenly, Wesley's story wasn't just about favoritism, it was about potential corruption. Sports media went wild. CNN, Fox Sports, Sky News, and Golf Channel all led with the headline, "PGA Tour in Crisis. Wesley Bryan's explosive leaks rock golf world." By morning, fans were protesting outside PGA headquarters in Ponte Vedra Beach, holding signs reading, "Let golf be fair" and "Justice for players." For the first time in its history, the PGA Tour was on the defensive. They released an official press statement denying all allegations and accusing certain individuals of deliberate attempts to damage the integrity of professional golf. But the statement ended with a suspicious line that only